Alright guys, so we're back with another video, and in today's video we're going to be showing you how to change your oil on your Infiniti Q50. First things first, what we're going to need is obviously the oil, the drain pan, and then we're also going to need a oil filter. So this is what I'm going to be using today. Let me get my bag. So for the Infinitis, you're going to want to use 5W30, and then for the filter, you're going to want to use the M1 108A. It is about a thunderstorm, so hopefully we can finish this before it starts pouring down on us. But we have our oil, we have the pan already down there, and then we're going to need some wrenches. So let me show you what wrenches we need next. Alright, so back to the tools that we're going to need. The oil, obviously the oil filter. For the drain plug, it's going to be a 14mm wrench. And then you're going to need a new crush washer as well. And then for the oil filter, if you can't get it done by hand and twisting it, just use a clamp wrench like this. But we're going to get right into that and show you guys how to get that done today. Also, what you're going to want to do is just loosen up your oil cap so that it can flow out when you take out your plug. You can take off the engine cover if you want to. It's not necessary because you're going to be using a funnel to put it in the hole and then pour the rest of it in. So it's not necessary to take off the engine cover, but you can if you want to. It's totally personal preference. But let's get underneath the car and show you guys what to do next. Alright, so now we're beneath the car. What we're going to want to do is try to line up our plug with this pan so we don't make a mess. If we do make a mess, just in case, we have rags ready, paper towels and rag, but normally I can get it into the hole pretty well. So what we're going to do is first we're going to just break it. See, just loosen it so you can get it done with your hands for the rest of the way. Shit is kind of hot, so I hope I don't mess this up. It's lined up pretty well. It should not miss. So, this oil is hot. So we're just gonna start twisting it as much as we can. Ooh, that's hot oil, that's hot oil, that's hot oil. Alright, so now this is all done. Oh, it's still draining a little bit more, just the last bit. But while that finished draining, I'm going to show you guys how to install the new crush washer on your drain bolt. So let's get right into that. Alright, so now I'm going to show you guys how to take off the old crush washer. The easiest way to do is just get a pair of pliers to hold the washer and just twist it off this bolt. What you're going to want to do is just toss this out because it's trash to us now. So we're going to toss that out. We're going to clean off this bolt with like a rag or paper towel, like so. Get yourself a paper towel, clean off this old bolt. What we're going to want to do is get our new crush washer. Okay. And the way it goes on is we have two sides to this, a flat side and then a smaller side with a cutout in it. And the smaller hole side with the cutout is the one that goes towards the bolt. So we're just going to want to twist that on there nice and smoothly until it hits the end of the bolt. What we're going to do is take off the oil filter, put this back in, and then put the new oil filter on, and then fill the part up with oil, and we're pretty much done. So let's get right to that. Alright, so before we actually take off the oil filter, we're gonna plug this pan back up. I have my steps wrong. So we're going to wipe this off and then just get this bolt back in here so we stop dripping. So we'll get that in there, make that hand tight, and then with our wrench we're just going to tighten it the rest of the way. You pretty much just want to tighten it until you see that that crush filter or that crush washer is totally flat with the bolt and it's nice and snug. Because you don't want to tighten it too tight and then strip the bolt. That would not be ideal. So tighten it, that's good. Wipe off the rest of this and you're pretty much done with step 1 of your oil change. So now what we're going to do next is move over this drain pan, right, just like so. So that's underneath the oil filter. And what we're going to do now is get our clamp wrench and undo this oil filter. So we're going to take this, get a nice grip on that, and just loosen it up. Pretty sure oil comes out in here. And then what we'll do is take out our new filter, just so you have a spot to put the dirty one once it's out. We're going to take out our new filter, put it aside, and then we're going to take our old dirty filter and put it in this box. So let's get right into that. Oh, motherfucker. That was fucking hot. And that made a mess too. That's not fun. Motherfucker. What I would recommend is when you do the oil filter, just because the way the oil shoots out isn't as straightforward as it is with the drain pan, I would suggest using a bigger pan just to make your life easier, just because that just make a freaking mess. But I'm going to go get more rags, clean this up. Alright, so this is going to be the last step of our oil change. We're going to put our filter back in right there, and before we actually put the filter in, what we're going to want to do is lube up the ring with some of the old oil. So what we can do is we can just go off of this old filter right here, get some oil on our fingers, and we're just going to go around the ring like that with the old oil. Just like that, get it nice and lubed up. Bada bing, bada boom. And then we're just going to twist that sucker back up there, just like so. Remember, righty tighty, lefty loosey. So we're gonna get this as tight as we can with our hands, and then what we'll do is take the clamp again and just do the rest of it like that. And you don't want to make it too tight, just tight enough. So we're gonna clean off our hands from the other oil, and we're gonna clean off the rest of this excess oil right here. And what we're going to do next is wipe off this filter, see if we can, no, can't tighten it anymore by hand, so we're going to take our wrench and we're just going to tighten this sucker back up with the wrench. And you don't want it too crazy tight, just tighten it enough, just to the point where like right there should be good. We'll do a little more for good measure. Yep, that's good. Alright, so now that that's done, we got our oil pan plugged back in. I'm going to move all of this junk, clean up our work area, and then we're going to pour the new oil in, and that's going to wrap up pretty much how to change the oil on your Infiniti Q50. This is the same way to do it on your G37 or 350Z, 370Z, because these are all the same engines, the 3.7 liter. So, yep, that's good. I will catch y'all in a second. I'm gonna clean all this up and meet you back up in the hood. Alright, so this is gonna be our next step. Since the engine takes a little bit over 5 quarts of oil, it's 5.2 to be exact, we're going to be pouring in this full 5-quart bottle and just up down to this 800 just to top it off at that 0.2, and then we're going to turn it on, let it run, and then just pour a little bit on top of that as well, just because it's fully empty right now. So when we have our funnel in there, we're going to take our big bottle, open it up, and then just pour it in there at a steady pace so you don't overflow the funnel, like so. I'm just going to pour that in. And then, like I said before, you don't need to take off the engine cover just because the funnel gets it in the hole. It's all personal preference. Just keep on pouring it in there. And we were not able to beat the rain, so we did end up having to work in the rain. But it wasn't too terrible. It didn't start storming pretty bad. It was mainly just lightning. And then don't throw this bottle away because this is where you're going to pour all your old oil into so you can go recycle it. But that's going to be our 5 quarts right there. I don't know how, but looks like we managed to spill some on the side right here. Didn't even realize that. But now we're going to take our tiny bottle and just top it off at that last 0.2. So, nice and slow, steady wins the race. Just like that. We'll check that out. A little bit more. That's perfect. So we pretty much poured just the right amount. As you can see, we're right under that 800 mark. It's kind of bad lighting, but right beneath that 800 level. So we're going to shut the valve, close that up, and get this car running to make sure we don't have any leaks down below. And we're going to take our cap, plug this sucker back up. Just like that. Check our dipstick. Make sure everything's looking good now. Wipe it off. Nice clean oil in there, that's what I like to see. And then what I like to do is I don't pour in the oil right away. That 5.2 that we just poured in is perfect for the engine. What I do now is I pretty much start the car, let it run for a second, make sure there's no leaks down below, and then I will take it off the jacks, drive it around, make sure it's running right, and that's pretty much wraps up the oil change. Let's go ahead and get this started. Everything sounds good. Check down below, make sure nothing's dripping. We got no drips. So we're gonna let this run for a second, get it all nice and done, and then we will lower it, drive it, and that's pretty much sums up the video. If you guys learned something new today on how to change your oil, like, subscribe, comment down below if it was helpful. And that's gonna wrap it up for the most part. If I add anything else, I'll just put it after this little part, but otherwise, if not, peace out guys, hope you all enjoyed the video.